It's been almost 2 weeks since we put out some brand new content. 2 weeks. We got to get that situated right now. What's up, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. It has been far too long since we've gotten together, and I do apologize about that, but I'm going to make it up to you by giving you an opportunity to decide where we go with the channel from here. All the power will be in your hands. But before we get into that, I do want to say thank you to all the subscribers that have come along with me on this journey. As of right now, we're sitting right around 2,500, which is crazy. I remember when we first started out and I was begging people to help me get to 100. Well, we're over 2,500 now, and we're on our way to 10,000, hopefully by the end of this year. A lofty goal, I know. But if you've not done so, go ahead and subscribe, join me, leave a comment down below letting me know that this is your first time and that you're along on the ride. I would certainly appreciate that. Hit me with a presumptive like on this video because this is not going to be your average video. I'm giving you an opportunity to decide if I'm going to pursue something that I've been thinking. And yes, I have been thinking. A dangerous pastime, I know. But let's get into this. I've been thinking, there's a lot of reviews out there, right? A lot of toy reviews. And I always wondered, do you need another one? Do you need another damn toy review? Well, you get to decide whether or not that is going to be something that is on this channel. Because today, we're going to be doing a review of none other than Ravenblade. Ooh, you say, who the hell is Ravenblade? Well, that's CORVUS GLAIVE, and it's from Toys Battalion. I always love the different third-party names these companies come up with. I have Shadow Void as well as Space Wizard, those being the Black Order. Those are some fantastic figures. I can't wait to share those with you. But we're going to be looking at that in just a second. Now, I know that there are plenty of places for you to go to get your toy reviews, and most likely places you can go far before I ever get these figures out, but that is going to be up to you. Do I offer something that you say, that might be something I'd be interested in hearing his opinion on? Hopefully, because I am going to break my reviews down into a couple different things. That's going to be a little bit different. If you're looking for what it looks like coming out of the box, you're on the wrong channel. If you're looking for what the accessories come with, you can find that somewhere else too. I want to give you a different perspective to these reviews and unboxings and opinions on this figure. I'm going to be raw with you, I'm going to tell you what's up, and I'm going to give it to you from my perspective. When I get these figures in, is it something I want to keep? Is it something I want to sell? Or is it something that I'll be like, why in the world do I have this figure, and who even thought that this was a good idea to create? I'm going to be looking at a couple different categories, and the number one thing I'm going to be looking at is desirability. There are all kinds of figures out there, but not all of them are worth your time to collect. Now, as I've said before, collect what you want to collect. You've probably heard that before as well, but it should be your collection. And don't get something simply because someone else told you to get it. But I will be looking at desirability of the figure, and we're going to talk about that in just a second. I'm also going to be looking at, because I like toy photography, how photogenic is this thing? Does it photograph well? Because I'll be honest, there's a few figures in here, whether it be the head sculpt or whether it be the tailoring or whether it be who knows, they don't photograph well. So we'll be looking at the figure through the lens, you see what I did there, of a toy photographer. I'll let you know how it photographs. I also want to give you my opinion of one unique thing about this figure. One thing that is different about this figure that you cannot get anywhere else. And finally, in addition to giving it a final grade, I will give you one critique, one thing I would definitely change or I would like to have seen better about this figure. And then you will make the final grade yourself of whether it's something you want to pick up. Now, I got mine from Pop Collectibles. I don't care where you get yours. I just know that they get them to me quick, and I like making sure that I can get them as soon as possible. So wherever you get them, it doesn't matter. But if you do want to get them from Pop, make sure to check out that link down below. So let's get into this today. Another damn toy review, but I want you to see if this is something that you might be interested in, and let me know. So without further ado, let's take a look at Ravenblade. So talking about desirability. Now for me, this is one I definitely wanted to have because I already have, as I'd mentioned before, the other two. I have Proxima Midnight, I already have Ebony Maw, and I have Infinity War Thanos. So naturally, it makes sense that if I'm building out the Children of Thanos, I naturally want to have Corvus Glaive or Raven Blade as well. The desirability was definitely there for me. I want to try to complete the Black Order. So with that being said, there is not another version. There is not another company that's making it. There probably won't be another company that's going to make it. So this is definitely something you want to try to scoop. All right, now to talk about the thing I really like, that being how photogenic it is. Now you saw some of these little glam shots that we'd put out there of it just kind of sitting in front of the cabinets, but how does this actually photograph? Can you do anything with it to where you can make it look dynamic? And as I've said, I love doing toy photography. If you've not checked it out already, there's my Instagram right there. Check out the toy photography and different pictures of the collection that I have there as well. But drum roll, does this photograph well? Well, you let me know. That's what we got. That's the shot I took, and I think it looks pretty good. The sculpt is a little bit soft. It's obviously not Hot Toys quality, but if you hit the shadows right, I think you can definitely get a pretty darn good looking figure. And I think it looks pretty good. It's not the best in the world by any means, but I think if the light hits it just right, you can get a pretty menacing looking figure. And I think he looks pretty darn good. So I think the desirability is there. It's obviously very photogenic, but what are some things about this that I think are unique? The thing about this that I think is fantastic is the actual fabric on the suit. It's different. And so all these different types of companies, whether it be Toys Battalion, Toys Era, Infamous, they're all using this kind of sticky type of fabric. And I'll show that to you here in just a quick second. But it's kind of sticky and it allows you to get some different poses. It allows you to be a little more dynamic in some of the ways that you treat your figure without fearing that it's going to rip or fall apart. Now I like this. It's been on the Green Goblin, it's been on Proxima, it's been on Ebony Maw. It's kind of a sticky rubber. That's the best way I can describe it. And to me, that is nice. I like that. I don't want to have to worry about the rubber flaking and peeling and falling apart. This seems to be holding up pretty well. As you can see, I got the Toys Era Fiend, that to be in the Green Goblin. It's kind of made of the exact same material, and it is held up fantastic. He sits on his glider, his knees are bent, it's fine. My Ebony Maw, my Proxima, they all have bent arms, bent knees. They are looking just fine. So that type of fabric, whatever it may be, I don't know the secret sauce they're putting into it. I wish Hot Toys would use some of that fabric because to me, that is a 10 out of 10 and definitely something that gives me a peace of mind knowing that my figure is not going to explode. Now, one thing I would certainly change has to do with the fabric, yes, and that is he's got short sleeve syndrome. It doesn't come all the way down, so you can make it look like he's kind of cosplaying or wearing a kind of a costume, and that kind of takes you out and doesn't give it a very believable type of look. As you can see, there's his ankles, there's his legs, and it looks like he's wearing fake shoes because the legs don't extend all the way down with the fabric. Same thing can be said on the arms. I don't want to see the wrist pegs. That is something I don't like, and I wish they would have extended it down a little bit more to cover some of those pieces. Now, it's time to give my final grade and my final thoughts. Let's take a look at Raven Blade Corvus Glaive from the Black Order. As you can see, here he is, standing with Thanos and his other children, that being Proxima Midnight, that being Ebony Maw, and as you can see here is Corvus Glaive. If you have any of the other ones, if you have Thanos, as I said, the desirability is there, and this is one you definitely want to scoop up. Do not get caught on trying to get these on the secondary market when ultimately the final figure comes out, that being, I think his name is Dark Star, otherwise known as Cull Obsidian, the big boy, the final piece to add to the trophy chest. With that being said, I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5 thumbs up. I told you what my beef was with this figure, and I think for what it is and at the price point, it's a hell of a good figure. It really is. Now, people did not like the Proxima Midnight. I think it's a little bit blown out of proportion on some of the things that people didn't like about that figure. If you want me to do a review on that one, I know it's been out for a minute, let me know. Happy to give you my thoughts. But I think that she gets an unfair rep. But this one, of the three, is the second best. I do think Ebony Maw is the best so far, followed by Corvus, followed by Proxima, and we will see how Dark Star Cull Obsidian turns out. Well, that's going to do it for us here today. As I've said, it's another damn toy review. This is no different than anybody else's, or maybe it is. Let me know down below if you want me to continue doing these types of reviews, or what it is that you would want to see in a review. As I've said, I'm not pretending to be anybody else other than me. And that's the only thing I can ask for. That's the only thing that you should ask for. Make sure to be yourself out there. But if you've liked this video, let me know down below. Give me a thumbs up, give me a subscribe, let me know. And if there's enough people that want me to continue doing figure reviews of these new figures that come out, I will certainly listen to you. And if not, you say, I don't want you to do that, go back to doing all the other little things you talk about, we will do that too. But make sure you engage nonetheless. Leave me a comment down below. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't. And I will see you in either our next Another Damn Toy review or more from the channel.